Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Omega. Welcome back to another Apex Legends video. So today I want to bring you guys a video on how to rank up faster in Apex Legends, and more specifically, how to rank up in ranked play. Because if you do well in ranked, obviously you'll grow levels faster, and it kind of works out the same. But this video idea I actually got from a comment on my last video. XXX Magenta Clips commented, "Can you do a video giving tips on how to rank up faster?" And if you guys don't know, if you comment a video idea that you want to see on my channel, I'll usually do it most of the time if it's something that I actually know about. And since I just recently climbed from Bronze 4 to Plat 4 in the first 2 weeks of Season 4, I feel like I can give some pretty good tips for anyone who is at least below me. I mean, if you're an Apex Predator, you probably won't be watching this video, but for anyone who's trying to climb to, Platinum or Diamond or anything like that, I have some good tips for you guys today on how you can actually do that. So let's first start off by talking about the meta in Season 4, because I feel like the meta in Season 4 is much different than the meta in Season 3. And by meta, I just mean kind of how the game is played in this season. So, the legends that are being used in Season 4 are a little bit different from Season 3. I think Gibraltar is the big legend that kind of had, more people are still using him. Wattson is a legend that is now really good in Season 4. I didn't really see too much of her in Season 3, but with her traps and her ultimate being so useful for third partying, I feel like a lot more people are taking advantage of Wattson. Crypto is another just insanely good legend because everyone is playing more slow-paced. Crypto's drone can easily spot out enemies, and I've seen Crypto's just single-handedly win games at the end of the game. Like, especially if you're the third-partying team, coming in on the last two teams and you put Crypto's drone somewhere up in the air, then you can basically just get full view of everyone that's fighting, and it's very, very useful. Definitely helpful for any kind of rank, not just Platinum or Diamond. In terms of what weapons to use, my 5 favorite weapons right now are the Prowler, the Flatline, the Sentinel, the Devotion, and the Havoc. Prowler is probably one of the best SMGs right now. If you have the Select Fire Receiver attachment, is probably a lot better than the R99. If you guys don't know, at the end of Season 3, the Prowler actually got a pretty big buff to its damage, where I think it deals like maybe 1 or 2 more damage per shot. But with a Prowler that has an extended, heavy magazine, that is going to deal a ton of damage, and I've just seen people melt teams with the Prowler Select Fire. It is insane, and definitely probably much better than the R99 right now. The Flat9 is also a really good weapon that also got a buff in terms of how much damage it does. The Sentinel was a new sniper rifle just recently added, and I know a lot of people kind of have, mixed feelings on it, but I do honestly believe that when the Sentinel is charged up, you can hit some nasty shots that can basically just eliminate enemy team's armor. It can basically one-shot their armor, allowing the rest of your team to rush in and just clean up kills. So I think that's really useful, especially if you're playing maybe someone like Pathfinder who can get up to high places and to hide out. It's really good. Devotion is obviously like the best weapon in the game. You can only find it in a care package, but if you do find it, pick it up, man, because it will massacre other people. I don't know any other weapon that can even compare to the Devotion when it's fully just charged up, basically. The Havoc is another good weapon because the Devotion was moved to a special weapon. There's more energy ammo for the Havoc to use, and also the Havoc with Select Fire is really good, and I had no idea that the Havoc with Select Fire was actually a good gun, but I've gotten some nasty kills with it. It's like a 60 damage body shot, and I think like 75 to the head, and with all the energy ammo that's out there right now, it's really easy to stack up energy ammo, and you can do a lot of damage with that weapon. But now I just want to talk to you guys about 6 kind of like general tips to help you, climb up in ranks, because, those were just some meta related tips. Obviously, you should know what is good and what's bad in Season 4, because that'll help you out a lot in terms of just your decision making throughout the game. But these are 6 specific tips on how to actually climb ranks and things that I learned very quickly that helped me gain a lot more points RP, when I was playing. So tip number 1, and this might be one that you guys already know, but I just want to state it because it is a very important tip, is to land in areas that are only contested by one team. And the reason why this is so important is because if you land in an area that has 2, 3, 4 teams that are landing in the same place, at that point, it's less about how good you are, and it's more kind of up to chance of whether you're going to actually survive that area. In Apex Legends, all of the guns are RNG. You don't know what you're going to get or what you're going to find when you land there, and the more people that are in that area, the less likely you have a chance of actually finding something good, and you're just going to die. So try to avoid like Mirage Town and Train, and be patient on the dropship. It's okay to wait like 10 or 15 seconds, drop towards the farther end of the map. In ranked play, you get much more points for actually just staying alive. So playing passive is a very good idea. And that kind of transitions me into tip number 2, which was stay with your teammates because staying alive gives you more points than kills and assists. Especially when you're traveling around in Season 4, I've noticed that if I leave my teammates, then I'll just get bombarded by a full team just squatted up together, like right there. Like no one really leaves their team a lot, especially in the lower ranks. I feel like people are really good at sticking together. So if you get caught out by another team, you're basically done for and they're just going to finish you off right there. So try as best you can to stay with your teammates, even if you're done looting and they're still looting. It's just a good idea, unless you're Pathfinder or Wraith or someone who can get away, just to stick with them in case another team just happens to walk by. Tip number 3, if you get into a fight with a team, always prepare for a third party. And third partying is something that I think is really bad right now. It's way too easy to hear gunshots from across the map and to just swarm to that location where once that team is finished fighting, there's no time for them to heal up to prepare for the other team that's basically already fully kitted, ready to kill them. So always prepare for a third party, even if you don't have any idea of where people are. Just know that there's probably someone who heard those gunshots and they're definitely coming for you. So, try to play passive, wait it out, stack up on medkits and shield batteries because those are much faster at healing you than the shield cells and the bandages. But tip number 4 is finish kills. And this one is something that I didn't really do before. I always thought it was kind of like petty to finish a kill for some reason, but when you think about it, finishing a kill is the only real way to actually guarantee that you're going to get the points. So especially if you're spawning in a high populated area and there's a lot of other people around you, you don't know if you're actually going to survive that gunfight or if you're even going to get any kills. You could get 3 or 4 down players and not get any kills, which would basically be pointless. So always finish your kill. It'll guarantee you that extra like 10 to 15 points, and especially early on once you start to get like gold and platinum, those extra points are definitely going to help out a lot because you lose like 35 points for every game that you play. So finishing kills, definitely important. Tip number 5, towards the end of the game, try to prioritize getting as many grenades as you can. I feel like people sleep on grenades. They feel like they either forget to use them or they just take up space. But in my opinion, once you get closer to the end of the game, the only items you should really have are shield batteries, medkits, grenades, and ammo. And I mean, it only makes sense to have that because, if you have shield cells and bandages, it's just going to take way too long to use when you're in the middle of a fight. Like I said before, third partying is huge right now, so you're not really going to have a lot of time just to pop a bunch of bandages and shield cells. There's really no point carrying those. So in my opinion, I feel like grenades are much better. Doesn't really matter what the grenade type is. Personally, I like the arc stars and the thermal grenades. They just do the most damage for me. Frag grenades are a little bit more random, but being able to stack grenades can definitely turn a fight. Whether you're third-partying a team or you're getting third-party, I think grenades are always super important to have. But this leads me to my final tip. Tip number 6 is always take the high ground. In Apex Legends, especially when we're playing on World's Edge, this might be different on King's Canyon, but on World's Edge, when you're playing ranked, you want to always take the high ground because there's so many spots that you can get above people, and obviously being above someone makes it easier to do headshots. You can kill them a lot faster, and you can also back up, heal, and you have more kind of like defense when you're at the higher ground. Being below someone is the worst thing ever, and really the only way to win that situation is to just get either the same level or higher than they are. So always try to look for the highest spot, especially towards the end of the game when the circle's closing. Try to find that little hill or that little rock that you can sit on, because any kind of distance that you have above other players is obviously just going to be an advantage for you. So it's definitely an important tip that I've used a lot in my grind to plat the past couple of days. But yeah, that's basically all of the tips I have for you guys. Real quick before I end this video, I want to announce the giveaway winner for the giveaway that I did. I started like a few weeks ago, but I never actually announced the winner to you guys. I can't show you guys me picking the winner just because there's too much personal information on my side that I see, but I just did pick the winner for the 1000 Apex Coin giveaway, and congrats to Charles on winning this giveaway. I'll contact you through email, and if he doesn't, respond in 24 or 48 hours, then I will pick a new winner. So I'll let you guys know in the next couple of videos, whether he responded or whether we're going to be picking a new winner. But if you guys didn't win this time, don't worry. I plan on doing tons more giveaways in the future. Probably in the next week or so, I'll be doing another 1000 Apex Coin giveaway. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and turn on notifications if you have not already. It's the only way you guys will be able to know when I upload a new video, and that way you can always stay up to date on when I'm doing these giveaways. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.